live. In fact, I am so certain that we are live that I will now announce we are live. So,
hey!
Hey! And welcome to the Geek Battle show here on the Extreme Improv Extremes YouTube channel, as well as the Geek Battle YouTube channel. Go and smash that subscribe button wherever you want between those two to see all of the shows that are coming up. And there's so much that we've got to discuss today. But first, let's meet some of the panel, and there may even be more turning up. I am David, but let's say hello to David.
Hello everybody, my name is Dave MC. Yes, I'm using an avatar today because I look terrible. My geek fact for today is for Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, during the scene where Saruman gives a speech to the Uruk-hai, the sound of the orcs chanting is actually a bunch of cricket fans in a cricket stadium that Peter Jackson showed orc words for them to say. So the voices we're hearing are actually cricket fans.
That is definitely worth a point. I did not know that one at all. That's awesome. Right. So, say hello to the people. Dev.
Hi. My geek fact of the week is in the Deadpool vs. Wolverine, they highlighted the most famous variants of Wolverine throughout comic book history.
Yes.
The most interesting fact is the director had to fight to include the crucified Wolverine because it was too reminiscent of Jesus.
I don't think I know that character.
You don't know Jesus.
I was joking. Right, okay, that's interesting. Okay, good. That is worth a point. Cap, say hello to the people.
What's up, dogs? Sailing from the land of leopards, elephants, and crocodiles. It's me, Capital Dave. And yeah, I mean, like, it makes sense. Wolverine could be Jesus if he was born a few thousand years earlier. I mean, like, he has all the things for it, powers and all. He can live through. He's technically immortal, and he can come back after being speared. My geek fact for the day is that I just recently finished watching Demon Slayer season 4, and for those of you who don't know, the bad guy in the main villain in the Demon Slayer show looks like Michael Jackson. And apparently, it's not intentional in any ways, but in season 4, when he's like approaching the good guy's palace, he's literally doing the smooth criminal Billie Jean walkout with smoke coming out everywhere and doing the Michael Jackson slow walk in. I'm like, they embraced it. They embraced
Fun fact, that scene got memed so much, it's being remade with different songs.
I'm not surprised.
Do you know what? That does happen. Oh, shit, it's Nick. Right, hang on. We'll deal with this in a second. Right, Nick! So, what I was going to say is that does happen. Do you remember, like, there was the series Wednesday? Like, with... What's her name that played Wednesday?
Jenna Ortega.
Yeah, right. And so she did some dance, and I saw this dance going viral before I actually saw the show. And in the show, it's to a different song. And now I've seen actual Jenna Ortega dancing to the thing that they changed the dance to. It's like that is some going round the houses meta.
Oh, also, David, there's a particular reason I know that. It's because it's my entire TikTok career. That is my entire TikTok career. It's what I do.
Wait, what do you do on TikTok?
I sync music dances to different songs.
Oh my god! Do you do the dances?
No.
We do A
and B's. You do A and B's.
I'm so going to be like, teach us the dance. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Okay, so just before we'll come to Nick, Cap, I just want to show this Demon Slayer villain, which 100% is Michael Jackson.
It is Michael Jackson.
It is Michael Jackson. There is absolutely no way in the universe that isn't based on that.
Oh, it is.
And you know the funny meme. There was a meme that went around that in season 1, like the hero is the guy who's seen this guy after 1,000 years, and like every other hero is like asking like, you saw Muzan? How does he look like? And in the show, like, he doesn't describe it, but then they memed it saying Michael Jackson.
So that's where he's really gone. He hasn't really
Shit.
gone. You know, Michael Jackson isn't in the Great Beyond. He's in Demon Slayer.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Wow. How about that? Okay. Oh shit! It's Nick. Say hello to the people.
Hello to the people. I am Nick, aka Oh Shit, It's Nick. My geek fact of the week is if you were to grind down a Warhammer 40k mini, Dave, I know what you're thinking.
Do you?
You don't grind down minis, and you wait
They
it,
thinks.
and you weighed it, and you put it on a scale and weighed it. It would be the same. It is more expensive than the same weight worth of cocaine.
Wait. What?
If you grind down,
Yeah.
a
So I've got my
100
pestle and mortar. I've got a mini. I'm grinding it. Now
Yeah.
what?
you put it on a scale and you weigh it.
Yeah.
It is the price of the mini of the if you said okay, this €30 mini, for example, or whatever,
Yeah.
it would be more than the same weight of cocaine.
Why would a ground down mini have any value at all?
It's a way of saying that Warhammer is ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
Oh,
I see.
I can translate that to English, British if you want,
Please.
Dave.
Please.
Okay, so if you took a Warhammer Mini and you ground it down into a
Yeah.
powder, the value of the powdered minifigure will be more than the equivalent weight of cocaine.
What happens if I snorted it?
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I can dumb it down even more.
Yeah,
We
please.
found
do.
one of Nick. Yeah, we've got one of Nick's hobbies on the show now.
Yeah. So the only question is like we need to work out who Nick pays to snort it off of. That's the real question.
Henry Cavill.
Actually, I would have said that is
Snorting
like
Warhammers off hookers is his hobby.
it would have been Samuel L. Jackson.
You are snorting Warhammer minifigurines ground down off of Samuel L. Jackson's naked body. Jesus, this took.
That's going to change the tagline for the Imperium of what the fuck.
Oh my god!
I think that really trumps that Cyberhawk show where Rayman's doing cocaine off a naked cow.
Wow, yeah.
I
Well,
think
Rayman.
Nick, if by lore what you just described, like snorting Warhammer Mini off Samuel L. Jackson, would mount to heresy.
We passed
Yes,
35 minutes
we all
ago.
know that Samuel L. Jackson
Yeah,
is
you'll have.
inside Black Jesus.
Okay,
Yeah,
I don't know
but-
how like dodgy this conversation is, but if you had to snort cocaine off of any,
Are we demonetizing?
Jessica Alba, Megan Fox.
Hang on, Cap.
Are we-
Cap, we know your answer. We know your answer.
No,
Cap, it's fine.
just no.
Are we demonetizing?
Right. Okay.
No.
Actually, I do not think you would, Cap. You know we're friends, right? I don't think you would do it off Jessica Alba or Megan Fox. I think you do it off like Jessica Rabbit or
She-Ra.
If there
What
would be
is
a
it?
Sailor
Moon.
right
or Leo,
Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill.
or Henry Cavill.
Yeah, we've already gone there. It was Sly in the background, but it was
I think Nick is the one who nailed it on the head. If Jessica Rabbit was real, I'm going for that, not Jessica Alba.
Okay, Eddie Valiant.
Yeah. Jesus.
And
Right,
then Dave
anyway.
would
What
do it
is
off
this
of-
devolved
Your rounds
into?
are over.
Gosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
What
that's
is
the
this
intro
devolved
done.
into?
Now,
Actually,
Nick, I'm going to give you a
together.
point, but I'm not even actually sure why. Now, with this, guys, what have we seen this week? Do we have any hot takes? There's some new trailers and stuff like this, but let's see if there's things that people have actually seen. Cap.
First, I'm going to react to the new trailer of Amazon's anthology series of video games. And again, the opening bit was Warhammer.
Right.
And
Wait.
I think this is going to be where they're like testing which video game franchise is going to be profitable for Amazon. Basically, they're going to release the episode and see like if Warhammer's the one like getting the most views or other video game franchises. Although the only games I recognized are Warhammer and God of War. The other games I have no idea what they are.
I will have to check them out because I would probably know.
Ah.
We can give the reaction right now. It's on YouTube. It's available on YouTube.
Can you find the link for me, Cap? Because I'm not even quite sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
Amazon are
You guys
doing
check
an
it out.
anthology series of video game adaptations, like an episode each of different video
Wow.
games.
That's awesome. Like, yeah. What else do they do in this? If like, it's a so
I'm
wait. So
looking
it's
it
an
up now.
anthology. So like episode 1, you're saying is like whatever.
It's going to
you
be
just said,
about
or was-
one game and another.
and then so
another,
like
and
episode
another.
3 is going to be like Crash Bandicoot as like a
Possibly.
retired, broken down like cop who's got like
Okay,
a drug
so-
addiction.
No. You know, it's funny that you say those exact words because you know in the Captain Cyborg anime I keep talking about, that's exactly what
Yeah.
Rayman is.
And also,
Wow.
this is like done by the guys who did Love, Death, and Robots, which is an anthology series. So again, it jumps around and everywhere. So I think it will go well with
Okay,
the tone.
so I have the list here. Pac-Man.
Well, okay, hang on. Before you could go over the list, but if the trailer shows it, let's get some live
I see,
reaction.
let's see the trailer.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
let's see if we can see this. I'm going to mute it. I'm going to bring up. In fact, let's have a quick check. Did we get demonetized last week?
No idea.
I don't know.
I can't
I
tell,
mean-
to be honest. Right. Okay. I'm
David,
trying
do you
to
really need
figure
a
out.
shield? We spent the first
If
10
we
minutes
did
talking
not
about
get
cocaine.
demonetized last week, I did my job
Yeah,
wrong.
like yeah. I will need the shield because like you can do whatever on the stream, but as soon as you play 1 second of some like 50-year-old movie. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's take a look to see what they've got. Let's throw up at least let's throw up a mini shield.
Why is Darth Plagueis there?
That
God
looks
knows.
awful.
Right. Oh, that shield isn't enough. Let's go for this one. Right, let's see what happens. So I hope this is muted. Okay, so what is
Space
this?
Marines,
Warhammer.
Space Marines, Warhammer.
All right, okay, I don't
Space
know.
Marines,
Okay.
fine.
Fine,
Hey,
that's good.
Dave,
This is a really smart idea for a show, though, because then they can see which ones will take off.
This one is the Kung Fu game recently came out. I forgot the name of it.
What,
I don't know
Wukong?
any of these games. Jesus, where's
Shifu.
Lemmings?
Shifu. That's
Shifu.
like
Seafood.
yeah.
Where the hell is like Croc Legend of the Gobbos from the PS1?
That is a copyright now, man. I can explain why in a moment.
Oh my god, like, I don't recognize any of this. It's just bad CGI stuff.
Okay.
Right, this is super disappointing. Okay, is that Mega Man?
Yes, it
Okay,
is.
Yeah.
okay. Well, okay. I saw God of War. What else is in there? That went really fast.
That's
What is that?
not John Wick. Which is a game with Keanu Reeves?
Okay,
That's not
Maybe
Maybe
it.
Keanu
Keanu Reeves.
Cyberpunk.
No,
that's
that's
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk. Yeah.
man, I'm surprised that just doesn't get its own movie. This
I'm glad
look,
they're
this
doing
does
Mega
look
Man.
interesting.
That's
Oh,
Yakuza.
Jesus,
Yeah.
it's going so fast.
Oh,
don't even think I
Dungeons
can-
and Dragons, one of them I saw.
Dungeons and Dragons. There was already a movie of that, and I liked it.
I liked it too.
Oh wait, not Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, it was Dungeons and Dragons. That
Yeah.
went far too
Yeah.
fast.
Are you talking the Dungeons and Dragons from like years ago with Jeremy
it came
Irons
out-
in it?
no,
or the,
it
or
came
the
out-
recent
No,
one?
no.
It's fine.
The one with
Nah,
Chris
no,
Pine.
it's not
was
really
actually not
shite.
bad. Did you not like the one with Chris Pine, guys?
I didn't
like
see
one
it.
with Chris Pine.
Oh my god, it's genuinely really good. Like I think it completely flopped, but it was
I saw it in the
actually
cinema.
a really
It
fun
was
film.
so much fun.
What?
I went to see it in the cinema. It was super fun.
Yeah,
it's ridiculously fun.
definitely. See it, guys. See it. If you
Yeah.
can.
There's some items that don't exist in D&D, and I have a couple problems with one of the character's abilities. But other than that, it was fantastic.
When is the game that you promised us, Nick, about the D&D? You got a host on chat and you silenced afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Okay.
start writing it this week.
Okay, good.
Give it a dab.
So,
Okay, so
Yes.
Dev, do you have that list for us?
yes, I do.
Go
Because
for
the
it.
trailer was
Okay.
it's okay. So it's got Pac-Man, Warhammer
Yes.
40k, Concord, Mega Man, Unreal Tournament, New World Eternium, Armored Core, Splunky, Honor of Kings, Sifu, Dungeons and Dragons, The
Yeah.
Outer Worlds, Crossfire, Exodus, and PlayStation like cameos. It will have PlayStation cameos.
Okay, there's only 4 there that I actually knew. And
There were 5 that I knew.
Pac-Man, though. I'd love to see what they do with Pac-Man.
I mean, see what they do with Pac-Man. It's called Pixels.
Oh my god, yeah, don't do that.
But
Right.
Dave, there's the cartoon series of Pac-Man.
Was that?
Yeah.
Really?
There's
Okay.
2 cartoon series as a part Pac-Man. I recommend the 2D one, which I think came out in the 90s or early 2000s. And there's one that came out in the 2010s. I do not recommend that one, but I do recommend the one from the 90s and the early 2000s, which is 2D. It has Pac-Man.
Hang on.
Wife,
I've got
family.
one here, Cap. 1982 Pac-Man cartoon.
Yep.
Wow, this is older than me. Right, Pac-Man.
Wow.
in the
Now I
Bionic
feel
Woman.
old. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah. It's okay, Nick. It'll be okay. Right, let's have a quick look at Pac-Man in the Bionic Woman. I'm definitely going to get like copyright struck for this. I can't have this on the screen, but it looks cool.
Yeah, it's a good show. I've seen a couple of episodes of it. It was on the local TV.
It's
Really?
kind of
Yeah.
Wait, so he goes to a burger joint so that he can eat pellets. And
Yeah.
the ghosts are there. I love it. Right,
But
anyway,
there
won't
is a
say anymore.
for the guys who play the video game. Is there like a main bad guy in Pac-Man other than the ghost? Because there is a
No,
bad
it's
guy.
the
in each one.
ghosts.
Yeah, the ghosts
Blinky,
are the only bad
Blinky,
guys, mate.
Stinky, and Clyde, right? One isn't
Yeah,
called
yeah,
Stinky.
they are
Blinky,
in it, but
Blinky.
there's also an evil mastermind behind, navigating them.
Not in the video game. There is.
Blinky and Clyde.
Yeah, it's called the NPCs. They're assholes.
Okay, guys, we're missing the really important 2016 Japanese Pac-Man movie.
Wow, let's look that up.
I did
I-
not know about that.
They did a movie where the Kamen Rider had to fight Pac-Man, and I linked the trailer in the private chat.
Okay, let's find Pac-Man. Oh no, there's a fan film. Let's find what you've sent. Right, so Pac-Man the movie. Right, no, I love that concept though. There are so many good video games where it's perhaps they're not at the level of Tomb Raider or Resident Evil or Halo. So no one's going to spend $100 million or $300 million making a movie of them.
A
An
terrible movie.
anthology series where every episode is based on a different video game, and then that's a great way to test out. Hey, this one got huge ratings, people saw it, and now we're gonna spin it off into its own series.
Yeah.
Okay, any recommendations from you guys of? Let's bring up this Pac-Man thing. Right, so it's frozen as soon as I do that. So this is the Japanese Pac-Man movie, and it's frozen. This is Pac-Man.
Yes.
What's it got to do with Kamen
Pac-Man.
Rider?
Who's the
Because the
ghost?
Kamen Rider are fighting the Pac-Man.
But
Wait,
they,
so
they
is
did
no
that
one
in the film
Pac-Man?
Pixels.
These are Power Rangers, and I'm sure one of them was a New Japan wrestler.
Yes, he was. Tanahashi's
Who was
in
it? Oh my god,
Tanahashi.
I thought so. Yeah. Oh wow. Okay, well this is interesting, but
Why
It's
does
literally-
Pac-Man have Power Ranger
This is not
action?
Pac-Man. This is
This is
Like,
just
like
this
the
is just
Power
Kamen Rider with
They're
nothing
fighting
Pac-Man in
Pac-Man.
it.
let me put it to you. If there was like a video game that you could have turn into a movie, or like included in this anthology series, what video game do you think deserves or like would lend itself? Because like The Last of Us, definitely it could have been a movie before it was a video game. So Nick, let's go around to you.
Streets of Rage or Final Fight.
Oh, Final Fight especially. Oh my god, that would be amazing. I'm a massive Final Fight and even more of a Street Fighter fan, and they're set in the same universe, so I'm all about that.
That would be gas. I would be down for that.
But Streets of Rage, well, that's a great choice as well. Dev, you had your hand up.
Street Fighter.
Yeah, no. Well, do you know what? Final Fight and Streets of Rage cross over. So I'd love to see a Final Fight movie, which then leads into Street Fighter. Okay, Dave, do you have your hand up? I can't see.
Yeah, I'm kind of working
there
in
you go.
X-Men.
Go for
Yeah,
it,
I'm
go
waiting.
for it.
Yeah, I was going to say Splinter Cell.
Yeah.
Slight thing. Technically, the Captain Cyberhawk is a Splinter Cell show as well.
What is?
Eh.
What's the
Captain
Splinter Cell show?
Cyborg.
Captain Cyborg. I don't know it.
It's an Amazon series with all the Ubisoft properties in one show.
Jesus, I didn't know that Amazon was all about these video game adaptations. I've been missing all of this. Okay, Cap.
Okay, first of all of the good video games that have like great stories, Hollywood already done movies of them and ruined them to the ground. Okay?
No, there's loads that they haven't done. I'm going to give you one in a minute.
I would like, again, most of the things have been done and not done well. So I'm gonna go with Devil May Cry, which is going to happen in Netflix as an animated series.
Yeah.
I also want to. I have another really good one. I think Battletoads.
Yes! Yes! Battletoads!
Guys, look, perhaps you don't know this game, but I'm sure at least some of you will. The one that I think would absolutely be amazing is Monkey Island, if you don't know.
Yes!
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 Yes, Monkey Island!
I need
Yeah.
more Diamond Fleetwood in my life.
Guybrush
What about Sam
Threepwood.
Max?
Sorry,
So,
Sam
well-
and Max.
Yeah.
They had a movie, right?
No, they had an
They had a
animated show.
They
They had an
already had
animated
their time.
series.
Give me Elaine and Guybrush taking on the ghost pirate LeChuck.
I will
And then the
say,
other
I
one-
was
You go on, Dave.
going to say, sorry, I was introduced to Monkey Island through Sea of Thieves because they had a little adventure on there where you do a three-part story with Guybrush on Sea of Thieves, and it's so much fun. Like, you get to meet Guybrush, you do all the things that he did in his adventures, and I hated the fact that it took me 4 hours to do with a friend.
I think Tim is trying to get in.
Oh shit! Is he? He's not here.
Tim!
What makes you say this?
In the comments on the YouTube, I think.
Okay, hang on. Let's have a look. Comments. What up, gentlemen? Tim, if you're trying to join us, let it be known, and we will add you in. But I cannot see that you're here at the moment. Okay, guys, I'm going to show you another one.
He says he's just in the chat.
Okay, just in the chat. Okay, so let me see if I can show you. Is this going to be a decent trailer? So I've mentioned the game on this show before, but I don't know who was on it at the time, so maybe it wasn't you guys. But something that should definitely be a movie is the video game series Broken Sword. Let me show you the trailer of it if you don't know. I could probably show it without the shield, but I will put it on in case. So you check out this game. It's from the mid-90s. It was a similar game to Monkey Island, point-and-click adventure. And it was all about like hidden stuff from the Knights Templars. It was like an amazing looking game back then. And they're showing like this remake of it now.
Wow.
And it's like a murder plot and all sorts. Let's just see if I can skip it on. Oh no, see, look, this doesn't do it justice. Right, but it's an awesome game. Let me quickly go back and find like the original trailer. So
Dave, can you play us the audio while the audience not being?
I'm not going to risk the audio. So look, it was literally like a Disney cartoon. So this is like the original. This was like a 1996 game. Yeah, and it was like fully voiced, and you were playing this guy who's on holiday in France. Someone blows up this cafe, and that happens like in the first couple of minutes, so no major spoiler. And someone is murdered, and then he takes it upon himself to investigate the murder. And it's genuinely one of my favorite games. There's about 4 or 5 different games in the series. But it's something that absolutely would make a great movie.
Is he the video game equivalent of Tintin?
No, like he's his own guy. He's George Stobart. So anyway,
the animation on it.
Like Tintin.
The animation on it kind of reminds me of Dragon's Lair.
Yeah,
yes,
like it's probably about 10 or 12 years after Dragon's Lair, but it's that similar kind of, we want to kind of look like Disney, but not quite that style look.
Oh, is
But
that
Dave,
it?
I have a question. Like, whenever you're showing trailers, like, can you like give us sound but cut the sound out for the audience? Is that possible?
No, it's not.
No.
I don't think there is a way. I wish there was a way. The only way I could think to do is if we were all on headphones and that somehow. But even then, I'd probably have to do it through. You'd have to have a different thing open. I don't think I can do it, to be honest. But
I also would like to see a series of Black Sad. There was a game, but technically it's a comic book. But I would like to see a cartoon series of Black Sad.
I don't know that at all.
That's good. It's kind of like Zootopia, isn't it? It's like like L.A. Noire meets Zootopia kind of thing.
Yeah, but it's very gritty. It's very gritty. It's very dark, but it's so good.
Coming soon to Dave MC Gaming, Black Sad.
Yes, Dave, do it.
Speaking of live action video games, though, I'd like to recommend the Japanese live action Ace Attorney.
Ace Attorney, yes. That would be an interesting adaptation for like. Well, it'd be interesting if it was done for like the West, because I think like there's things about it that wouldn't translate.
We already have that. It's called Phoenix Wright.
I thought you were going to say Dragon Ball for a second.
Wait,
there.
Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright is Ace Attorney.
It's the same name.
Now Phoenix Wright. Oh yeah, Phoenix Wright.
Basically, the reason I love the live action Japanese one so much is it's a serious court drama with the game mechanics occurring during the court drama. It's like it takes itself super seriously, but it's all wacky stuff happening in the background.
Yeah.
Kind of like Warhammer.
Not quite. Okay, so guys, has anyone seen anything else? Any more hot takes?
I want to
go for
mention the trailer for Terry Bogard for Street Fighter 6.
Nice.
Wait, so this is a trailer for a character being added to Street Fighter 6?
Yes.
And who's the character? Is that
Terry
the character
Bogard
from King
from King of Fighters?
Wow, I didn't know that was happening.
Terry Bogard.
Yeah. Street Fighter 6. Go. What about it in particular?
Basically, the entire trailer is like a callback to both Street Fighter and Fatal Fury history.
Okay, let's bring it up. So, who here is a Street Fighter fan? Just so we know.
Slightly, I'm more Mortal Kombat. Slightly.
Unbelievable. You're more Mortal Kombat. Do you know what? I like both of them, but this year I've made so many videos on Street Fighter, it's ridiculous.
There's a clip of like Pete Holmes, I think, sketches where like he's the interviewer or the manager for the Street Fighter tournament, and in Street Fighter there's a guy who literally with like a Wolverine claw, right? Who's like a matador, but and they made a sketch like he's saying like you have a Wolverine claw, and everyone's like fighting with martial arts. Go join Mortal Kombat.
Well, okay, so look, let's check this out. So, to add a little bit of context to this, which I can about the history, the guy who created Street Fighter 1, like the director or the person who was mainly behind it, left Capcom after he made it, and then was one of the people behind the original King of Fighters, and basically wanted this character to be the main character in Street Fighter 2. And
isn't he a
knockoff of left the company?
Yes, he is.
I know the anime.
But he's not really a knockoff because he's from the same guy that created it, and he wanted this to be the main character, and they weren't going to do it, so he went and made his own version. So this is actually the true vision of what Ken was meant to be, which is a weird. Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's beating up Ken.
He's beating up Ken.
Although, truthfully, if you ever go back and play the original Street Fighter, it is dog shit.
But like,
there is a reason why there are like 50,000 different versions of Street Fighter 2 and only one version of Street Fighter 1.
But like David, isn't there a popular meme that says like Ken is like every white guy's what is that Karate Kid movie fantasy come to life?
What do you mean
Explain.
come to life? He's a video game character.
Yeah, but like you can live that fantasy through Ken.
What fantasy again, Cap?
What
The
you
Karate
get to
Kid
do
fantasy.
Why have they never made a
Well,
thing where you
it
have
probably
Daniel
adds
LaRusso
into it.
as a character?
They have several,
That is
like with on the NES and the PS4 and the PS5 soon. There's like
Oh
three.
yeah, they did that terrible Karate Kid game
Mm.
on the NES.
Do you know what? I've got
Yeah,
a Cobra
I-
Kai
I-
game, but I've literally never played it.
The
I
ones
mean,
that are
yeah,
coming,
this
like,
looks good.
the ones that are
Oh.
out, like I like that they have the Mark of the Wolves, sorry, City of the Wolves now, costume as well, because the City of the Wolves, the sequel to Mark of the Wolves, is also coming out very soon. So they're using the costume to promote the other game.
Guys, I'm gonna find a video that I made earlier this year. If you
Why?
haven't seen, sorry,
Why?
because you're gonna like it. Because you are gonna like it, and you're gonna have to endure it. Because I've got the power. That's why. Because you said that. Right now,
I can
here's like a fun thing. There is a game which, if you've never played, it was the guys who. Okay, so the guys that made Street Fighter then said to other companies, "Well, can you put it on home computers and stuff?" They didn't actually make it themselves when it went onto like consoles and that, because it was the early days and they weren't even that experienced. And one of the companies that did it did a terrible version of Street Fighter 1 and then said to Capcom, who made it, "Hey, we want to make Street Fighter 2 for you." And Capcom were like, "No, get out of here." So then they made their own spiritual successor, which was called Human Killing Machine. And I'm going to show you what it looks like, because it is absolutely horrifically bad. Can I? Is that it? Where is it? Where is it? Is this the video? So yeah, this is Human Killing Machine, which they wanted to be Street Fighter 2. So this. Okay, hang on. If I can bring back to this, look, the Matador character literally has no animation. He just slides back and forth.
Oh
And
my!
they have characters, if I
God.
can find it, where when you fight them. Okay, is this the one? Let's scroll back. Okay, so first you go against this Russian character who just absolutely pulverizes you, and eventually, if I can find it, you go against a character who, where is it? Not that. Oh, so he's a waiter who is just throwing glasses at you, but eventually you go against a character. Where is it? Damn it. Who is? Oh no, where is it? I keep thinking I can see it on the screen. A dog. One of the opponents is a dog.
Why is he beating up a dog?
Exactly.
Okay,
So that's
so
Human Killing Machine. The
fun fact for
spiritual
you:
successor to Street Fighter.
the 90s JoJo video game, also made by Capcom, also features a playable dog.
What game is that?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
But you play it, is it right?
Yeah, you play as a dog.
I don't
That
mind
makes
that.
sense.
But the idea is that you're doing Street Fighter and literally just trying to defeat
Beat
a
up a
dog.
dog.
No.
Yeah.
He is.
And then another
it is a
character
fighting
is a
game.
bull.
Yeah, like it is a fighting game, and one of the characters is a dog.
Well, that's a good idea.
There's
you know.
also another fighting game, right? With like vampire, werewolf, mummy, like
Oh yeah,
that kind of thing.
Darkstalkers.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
another Capcom one.
Now, why did they never like did more stuff with that one? Like all the characters look great in that one.
They okay, so I can go into the history of that because, god damn it, I was part of the PR team for that BS.
Oh
In
wow!
2011,
You what?
I helped promote the resurrection of Darkstalkers.
Oh, amazing.
In 2011, they announced Darkstalkers is not dead, and they were like teasing a new game for like ages, and then it turned out to be a re-release, and everybody got so angry, and nobody bought the re-release, so it killed the franchise.
Do you know
But
that-
like I know that the Morgan, the Succubus character, made an appearance on Marvel vs. Capcom. Once.
Yeah.
The best part of that game.
you know,
Fun fact.
it's like it's a weird thing with like video games though, because when you look at some of like the big companies that have existed since like the 80s, in particular, if you look at Capcom and then if you look at Konami and even Sega, they used to put out so many different games, different franchises, and then basically they all just end up putting out one or two. So Street Fighter is literally, sorry, Capcom is literally, here's a Street Fighter, here's a Resident Evil, and along the way you lose like Darkstalkers, you lose Dino Crisis, you lose any of the other survival horror, Onimusha and stuff like this. They just don't
Dino
bother
Crisis.
with it anymore. Yeah, you know, stuff like that. Capcom, Sega, it's all Sonic the Hedgehog, and like whatever happened to Streets
Fuck
of Rage,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
that like Streets of Rage, you know, Crazy Taxi, they're bringing back, but for years there hadn't been any of these things.
I want more Toe Jam and Earl.
Konami
Is that
does,
too much
like-
to ask for? No.
Yeah, Konami, we get like Metal Gear Solid, which, you know, because they fell out with Kojima, that's gone now effectively. And Silent Hill is getting a remake, but there hasn't been a new Silent Hill game in 10 years. And it's weird how it happens with all of them. So any Capcom fighting game is literally going to be Street Fighter or nothing.
Yeah.
What about the like Konami's Castlevania Lords of Shadow game? I love the second one where you get to play as Dracula. Why did they stop?
So again, the problem
That's a
with
great
Konami
game.
is they've gone away, like they've announced they're moving away from video games and focusing on pachinko,
What is that?
Exactly.
gambling.
Yeah, it's like a gambling thing. If you ever played the game Shenmue, this is how I know what pachinko is. They're like machines that balls drop down and you try to get them to
Little
go in a certain
pinballs.
spot.
Because
Yeah, so that you win something.
in Japan, you can't legally gamble, so there's a loophole where you can win tiny little balls, you can exchange for prizes, and you can go next door and sell that prize for money.
That's the literally plot from Young Sheldon. Or
Yeah.
But you have to be.
So
You have
that's
to
what
be.
they got. Yeah, that's the idea.
I'm not endorsing it. You have to be very sneaky about it though, because they don't like it when you do that.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what,
know,
like, go ahead.
but you know the thing with like my introduction was to Castlevania is through like Lords of Shadow game. But like it's so awesome to play as Dracula. For the final time, you get to be like the ultimate good guy. I mean, like bad guy.
Yeah.
So
like,
your introduction
powerful.
to Castlevania was Lord of Shadow, and you still play it? Holy shit!
Sorry?
That's
You played
Lord
the
of
first
Shadow is
Castlevania
the
first.
worst Castlevania game, and you still love Castlevania? That's
Lords of
impressive.
Shadow 2. I played Lords of Shadow 2 when you get to play as
That's
Dracula.
even worse. That's even worse.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Basically,
You get to do all this stuff, like you get to do like the vampire stuff. You don't
if you
ever
want
get to do.
traditional Castlevania, the most optimum and the newest version for you to play would be Harmony of Despair.
Yeah.
That is
So,
a culmination
love,
of the entire franchise.
Simon's Quest. I know
Ah.
it's a popular opinion, but it's still a great game.
Then
That's
Lords
fair.
of Shadow is a much better
I
game.
vote to boot Nick for that comment.
I don't know. If
How,
you're keeping
how dare
track
you
of
say
these-
Simon's Quest is good?
It's
Okay,
a
no,
fun game. I didn't say it was good. I said I like it.
It's better
I
than Lord of Shadows.
Yeah.
Is it better than Lord of Shadow? Probably.
Lords of
not.
Shadow 2. Lords of Shadow 2.
Yes. Even either one. Yes.
You know what?
I also love Castlevania 3.
You know what? Screw
Have
all of
any
you.
of you
I picked
guys,
Judgment.
I haven't been paying full attention, but haven't any of you mentioned Symphony of the Night yet?
What? Because that's the best Castlevania game.
Yeah.
That is the best.
Not
but, like,
close.
Which one's that one?
I prefer.
Like the PS1 game.
That's
Oh,
the
never played it.
Metroidvania one.
Okay,
Oh my
like,
god.
I'll make my
It is
case.
literally the only one that's actually really good.
David,
wasn't
play
like-
Castlevania Lords of
Harmony of
Shadow
Despair,
2. You'll
though.
enjoy it.
Okay. Okay. Well,
No,
perhaps
I'd
I'll
like
have
to
to
make
get
a
back.
case
Played
for
Hollow Knight?
Harmony of Despair because that is the best. Basically, they take the best parts of every game and combine it into one massive game. In fact, one of the levels is the entirety of Castlevania 1 in one level.
Wow.
But Deb, can you play as
insane.
Dracula?
Yes, he's
Is
not
that
unlockable.
Oh, can you play? Okay, then I'll be swayed to
He's,
that.
he's happy now.
Yeah.
Have you guys
The
played?
reason why I like the reason why I like Castle of Shadow, Lords of Shadow 2, one was that it was on PC, so I could play it. Second is that like you get to play as Dracula. That's the only one reason why I bought that game. And I was like, it was awesome. I did all the Dracula stuff.
Have you guys played
Right, guys.
Toe Jam and Earl?
Yeah.
Toe Jam and Earl, like back in the day. Like I know
Yeah.
they eventually brought it back. I think on the Dreamcast.
I funded the Kickstarter.
What?
That's what I know.
You're
So
to
did I.
blame. You're to blame for this, then, Dev. Right.
Yeah.
I
Yes,
love
yes, I
Toe
am.
Jam and Earl. What are you talking about?
No, I was saying I
wasn't
funded the
actually
new one.
into that. The best Sega franchises. Oh wow! Look, I'm glad that they're bringing back Crazy Taxi. They're bringing back a Jet Set Radio. These are the good Sega like games. Shenmue was Virtua Fighter. They need to do another Virtua Fighter all these
They
years
don't.
later. You know, these are the games that Sega.
I thought Crazy Taxi was a Grand Theft Auto game when I played it on PC. I thought it was Grand Theft Auto. Didn't know
No,
it was Sega.
like Jesus, Grand Theft Auto sucks compared to Crazy Taxi, and I'll say that on the record, everyone. Like Grand Theft
know
Auto,
I
you can spend the rest of your life playing this. Crazy
take that
Taxi,
back.
You can just play it for 5 minutes. And have
Necessity.
fun.
You take that back.
David, I agree with that statement that you have just made.
Yeah, like I'm not really into. I don't like these games that take. Well, you play it forever. It's just like give me a game that you can actually complete at some point.
David, that's why people like that game. You can play that forever.
No, like it doesn't even work for their business
Wait.
model. That's why you get all these microtransactions and subscriptions.
David,
I would agree
Play
on that
and try
one.
and get a high score.
David, have you not seen the video that Sega released about Crazy Taxi? Because they're working on a new one.
Yeah, no, I know that. I don't know if I've actually seen a trailer of the new one. Are you saying it's out?
Not a trailer, but like an update video they did, showing new footage.
Okay,
and
well, let's
stuff.
see. Crazy Taxi trailer 2024. Let's see what comes up. Like, this better be good. Okay, gameplay video. 7 months ago. No, I didn't see this at all. Okay, that's... Ugh.
I love the
Not
fact
sure
that we're
what's
completely talking about games.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, I've been trying to get this show to have episodes just about games at some point,
Yeah.
right?
Well, if we're talking about it,
Why only
I have a hot take.
Oh no,
Go on, then.
David, that's the old one. This is from a month ago. The one I
Wait, can you see this at the bottom?
No,
Wait, what are you talking about?
no.
Oh,
I'm
wait, do
saying,
you have-
I have a newer video
Okay, send it over.
from 1
Let's
month
have a
ago.
look.
It's in the private chat.
Okay, let's...
It's in the.
Dave, what is your hot take?
I was waiting for this whole Crazy Taxi thing to blow over before I
No,
jump
go
in.
for it. Go for it.
No, I was gonna say. So I've been doing a casual play
Alright.
of Baldur's Gate 3 because I've been my series on YouTube, Misty and Mork, is still ongoing. But I did a casual play of it and I finished it 2 days ago, and I've got to say it's probably one of the best games I've played this year.
Have
And
you
it-
played
it's like one of
the
those. It's like one of those. What you were saying, that have something. You go through a story, you get to the end, and it was worth it.
Hey, but Dave,
How many hours does it take to beat this game?
I don't want to answer that
Good
question.
question.
I don't want to answer this
Right?
question.
See,
I
look,
don't get a piece of tree.
I mean, it could take because if you do everything, I guess this is a guesstimate. If you want to do everything,
I don't
every
want to do
character.
everything.
All right, if you
I
don't want to do
I
it,
want to start it up. I want to get to the end credits. How long does it
I
take?
guess it would take you maybe a couple days. There's
Now-
so much story.
You mean 48 hours, don't you?
No,
I don't mean I didn't complete it
No,
in
you
48
can't
hours. That's
complete
it.
40.
Do you
You
know
can
what?
get through it in
I'm
30
happy
hours.
to admit that I bought this game about Christmas last year, right? And I have over 600 hours on it trying to complete this fecking thing.
I
Wow.
played Witcher 3 for I think like 1 year. I think to do all the side quests and stuff and find.
Wait. When you say 1 year, do you mean like you got it on your birthday, by your next birthday you'd beaten it? When it said the amount of hours, did that equate 1 year? of your life?
I mean, like, I don't play it like the whole day. I probably like play like 3 hours a day.
That's something.
Yeah, I play like 3 hours a day. So if you count by that as again, I probably play some days. I probably played a lot more. But I finished the story like about like 2 months. But like the side quest and like exploring, crafting, modding, and stuff like that, that takes like a complete year.
For me, nowadays, the maximum like length of time it would take to complete a game that I'd be happy with is probably about 15 or 20 hours, and even then, it's going to have to be called Resident Evil for me to put in that amount of time. Otherwise,
yeah, with Baldur's Gate, you're not going to do that because there's so much like story and lore, and so many like different characters have different side stories as well. There's a lot to be done in it, but you know, I would agree, David, that I like to put in the game sometimes and just see how fast I can get through it. Like I did put in,
it's just like, you know, it's just that like sometimes I'll come back to a game, like I'll be working on something, I won't be able to come back for a couple of weeks, and then when I sit down, I'm like, shit, what are the controls on this thing? Like, I can't remember, like all of my timing's gone with everything. I'm gonna have to start the whole game again. That, you know, it's like.
But like David, like that's
I love the Final Fantasy games, right?
Yeah.
But literally, I've only completed I think 3 of them, and then and I stopped getting them after Final Fantasy I think 13. I might have got some of the spin-off ones, but after that, like I was like, I've got Final Fantasy 10 I haven't finished, 10-2 I haven't finished. 11 was the like MMO one, but like 12, 13, and also I've got Final Fantasy like 1 and 2 and stuff like this that they did re-releases of, and I'm like, I don't have time to spend 60 hours on these games.
Yeah, but David, like the new Resident Evil 4 remake, right? Like I got that. It took me I think like 2 weeks to finish the game. And I played that, like, again, for that, I finished my YouTube videos early and had that 2 weeks free so I can play it at night.
Wow. Nick?
If it took you 60 hours to finish Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, or 4, you're doing it wrong, man.
Well, how? Okay, look, I can't even remember. No, like, I remember that I beat Final Fantasy 7 was the first one I beat. And that was something like 40 hours. I've never played like a JRPG at the time. And then I completed Final Fantasy 8, and it was a bigger game. And then like, I got 9. And here's the thing. I got Final Fantasy 9. I got onto disc 3 or 4. Life got in the way, and then I couldn't go back to it. And I was like, I can't start this thing again. Then roll forward a few years. I got Resident Evil 3 remake, and I got it on like Friday. By Sunday, it was done. That's what I want nowadays. It's just nice. It's
How long
easy.
did it take you to complete the remake for 4?
Not long, like maybe 3 days or something like that.
You played it on easy mode.
No, I never play it on easy. I literally am just a Resident Evil veteran. It's all easy when it comes to that.
Hey, Dave MC and
no, I've literally like with 4 I haven't done it all, but again, Resident Evil 3 in the pandemic I beat that on like hardcore or whatever in the end. Like I unlocked everything.
Same with 7 for me.
Yeah, I couldn't get massively. Well, I like 7, but it's one of the ones that I can go back to least.
Final Fantasy or Resident Evil?
Resident Evil 7. So I played it 1.5 times, but that's one that I find difficult to go back to too much.
Yeah.
For me, I stop at 6 because like there is no Leon in 7, so it's like I don't care.
But,
you've missed so many good games if you don't. If you have that.
Yeah, but it doesn't have Leon, so I don't care.
But Cap, Ethan.
Who is Ethan? Does he have a cool character?
Go play 7 and find out.
Yeah, like 7 and 8 are they're good games. I prefer 8 to 7, but in some ways,
really?
7 is better. Yeah, because what I liked about we spoke about this 2 or 3 weeks ago on this channel. Resident Evil, they'll start off horror, then they'll make it more action, then they'll go too far, make it too action, and they'll say, "Oh, we're going back to horror." And so with Resident Evil 7, they were like, "We're going back to horror," and I was like, because it was first person, and it was like definitely trying to be PT. Yeah, I was like, "Oh, is this going to feel like Resident Evil?" And I was like, "Wow, this really feels like Resident Evil." But then after that, number 8, they were like, yeah, we're just going to make this like Resident Evil 4, but keep it first person.
Do you remember when they did the whole thing for Resident Evil 8? They had the trailers and everyone was going so mad about Dimitrescu, the vampire lady.
Yeah.
They were going so hard on that.
Yeah.
And in the first like maybe 30 minutes of me playing it, she was gone. Like,
yeah.
What was the point of hyping her up then? She was like, she's there and then she's gone.
It was a bait and switch, basically.
Yeah.
You know.
I can explain why they were promoting the shit out of it. It was because everybody in it was the selling point for the game. It literally was a selling point for the game. A lot of people
Again,
were
like,
depraved.
I didn't care about the 7 games. I only cared about it because I saw Lady Demetrius and I was like, oh, that looks interesting.
Exactly.
And then
See?
What reason were you interested in it for, Cap? What was it about Lady Dimitrescu that was so appealing to you?
it's better than Leon.
Like to grind up some Warhammer and snort it off.
So,
Hey, David, damn it for taking my line. I was going to say the same thing.
Yeah, great minds think alike.
coming from the like Resident Evil fandom side, I know exactly why they focused on the Lady Dimitrescu. Because that would be how they get the casuals to play the game.
Yeah,
You've got the Resident Evil characters.
Have you guys played a game called Divinity Original Sin?
Yeah.
Divinity.
Oh, no, I've seen it.
I love it.
touched
It's
it.
one of my favorite games, and it would be really interesting to do a playthrough of it
wow.
on PS5.
Guys,
No, I don't have-
unfortunately,
I've
guys,
seen
we're
it
gonna
on
have to begin to wrap things in a moment, just as a heads up, just because going to be extreme improv. But I'll tell you something now, just as like we will definitely pick up this thought again. I'll endeavor. I've been trying to like target a more gaming focused version of Geek Battle for years. We'll do more gaming specials and stuff like this in the future. But I'm going to have to wrap things up just because we're literally over when the next show is meant to begin now. So let's find out. And if you have any geeky recommendations, go for it. Nick, where can the people find you and what's your recommendation?
NSCEV on Twitter or X. I refuse to call it X.
You just did!
I can be found on Geek Battle and occasionally on Geek Battle on Extreme Improv Extreme, playing extremely badly because, well, sometimes I'm just not into it. My recommendation of the week is one of my all-time favorite games is Toe Jam and Earl. It's a silly little game. It's a 16-bit era game, but it's super fun, and the music is awesome. That's my geeky gaming recommendation of the week.
Okay, Dave.
You can find me here on Geek Battle and on Extreme Improv. Check out my YouTube channel, Dave MC Gaming, over here at Dave MC Gaming and Mr. Lag 2024, where I do Let's Plays. We got the Magical Adventures of Misty and Mork, and we have Outlast Whistleblower coming up at the beginning of September. So the DLC to Outlast, and maybe Resident Evil will also follow that, coming up towards Halloween.
Yeah, do it. Okay, Cap.
You cannot find me on the Dead Bird side, but you can find me on SWAT Beats and YouTube, where I sing, I dance, I throw myself in a bucket, and I work with puppets. And today we saw a video of not today, like week before, Batman and Gotham's legal system. But this week there's going to be a video about Spider-Man in high school versus Batman in high school. So do look forward to that. And you can also find me on Extreme Improv on numerous shows. Geek Battle and stuff.
Okay, Dev.
Hi, you can find me on TikTok and Twitch under the name FWDAT, and I have two recommendations this week. One is a new movie starring John Cena, called Jackpot, where he plays a bodyguard defending a woman who has won a multi-million-dollar jackpot from assassins, defending her from assassins. And my gaming recommendation is the upcoming retro-style beat-em-up featuring the Cobra Kai cast.
Ooh.
Wait, what's that called?
Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay. Right, there you go. Okay, so my name, who is anyone I've not come to? No, that's it. Right, my name's David Pstansky. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at David Pstansky. My geeky recommendation this week, since we've been on a gaming theme, is if you haven't got one, get an Evercade, because now you can get Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 on the Evercade. So do that. I've been playing it, and it's basically like playing the PS1 games. It's cool. Right, so with that, until next time, stay safe. Always stay extreme, live long and prosper. May the force be with you, and ciao for now. Good night, little birds, and boom.
Ooh.